Bell video number 5. This video is going to focus on a very strange um, message that just appeared on my phone immediately after um, doing the first video, the first Bell video that you see in this series, um, which in this entire series, it's all about a very very negative, yet another very negative experience with an organization, very large organization, Bell, in this case, and the interference of my online stalker. Asterisk, it's a lot more than an online stalker. Okay, this is really bizarre. If somebody would listen, I can tell you all about it. But people, I guess, are too busy hating or judging. I don't know. But I would like to tell you about it, but nobody wants to listen. And I'm also, um, encountering many, many obstacles to getting this out there. So anyway, right after I did the first video, I put the phone down and then I picked it up. I'm pretty sure it was after the first video. It was sometime when I was documenting all this really strange stuff that was happening with Bell. Okay, so I just want to point that out. Now, so I put the phone down, and then like a few seconds later, I pick it up, and there is a message from Bell. Well, how ironic! The Bell, um, on the phone, on the cell screen, it was right there like this. It was already there. This is further down in the text, but it was the Bell text saying your bill is ready. And I mean, wow, how ironic is that? And I didn't go into my text. I didn't touch anything. I picked up the phone. I touched nothing. And it just appeared there. This happens to me a lot. This happens to me all the time, where I just pick up the phone. I don't touch a thing, and it's there. All kinds of, like, the fuck night or night fuck. The same thing happened with that. It would just appear. I never went through my screenshots and looked for night fuck. It just appeared. With the woman with the pregnant, it looks like she's pregnant in it, and anyway, so I don't want to digress here, but so in this text from Bell this is really strange. I've never seen this before. Is my old text to my sister right there at the bottom in the, I guess you call it the text box. That's an old text message I sent to my sister quite a while ago. It never got sent. As far as I know, it never got sent because I saw it I think in my sister's text too, in my sister's text account. I saw it there, and it goes unsent, and it's about the gyrating ears. I was trying to tell her about my gyrating ears. Everything started when I turned 50. A whole bunch of everything got physical when I turned 50. It went from hostility on the outside and bullying of the children, that kind of thing. It went from the outside to very physical things. So basically, from the outside to the inside, very physical things like happening in my body, things I'm experiencing, pain presentations, all kinds of symptoms. One of the things that happened was this is what I'm saying here, and I'm desperately trying to tell her, is that my ears are gyrating now, and also my head thrusts and bangs, like it thrusts up and down, like I can actually feel a chunk of my head, like literally moving up and down. And I've actually shown that in videos. There's many videos. So I noticed this, and once again, when I was trying to document this, organize, document it, print it, what happened was of course, I encountered a whole barrage of, printer problems. It's technical interference, because these are things that don't usually happen, and it always happens at select times, always at select times. Every time I have a really negative experience like this with a large organization, and it's happened quite a few times, there's a blackout. Everything stops working. I call it the blackout. Last time it happens with the police. I called the victim info line. They end up making it a 911 call. It was not a 911 call. It was a call to victim information, and I was saying I'm badly hacked. I'm not allowed to say the other stuff, but I said I'm badly hacked, and she turned it into a 911 call, and they sent 5 officers here like I was some kind of major threat to the neighborhood or something. So this is the kind of thing, after that, everything stopped working. Everything, my cell phone stopped working properly. It wasn't saving properly. My tape recorder actually stopped. My tape recorder, yes, it is digital. It stopped working. My printer stopped working. So this is about how the printer started doing really, really funny things. Now I took a whole bunch of videos of it, just so you know. You see that there, they're highlighted. Printer eats paper. Printer sends a weird message. Starts downloading. It started printing off all these alignment pages. Bell couldn't print text because it blacked out. Now this is first example. I'm just going to move on. This is actually my new diary here. I think this is like diary number 15. So it says there, Bell penis text at the top. That means this. Okay. So I wrote here, something happened here that blacked out the image, as you can see in front of you. Now, okay, I know that's technical interference because it happens a lot when I really need to print off something very important. So it happens at very select times. And it also, I can tell it's online, live, real-time interference. Let me say that again. It's real-time, live, and in some cases, online interference. But then again, everything can be online interference because everything is digital connected to the head office, right? So something happened here that blacked out the image. Now, it could have been that that my stalker brought the brightness down. Okay, so it was just the screen was just completely black. Or what could have happened? What could be done here by any kind of a stalker or hacker is the brightness could be brought up, all the way up, so that you would get, so it's too dark for the printer and the printer would output something like this. Or the cell phone timed out, which should not happen because I always set my cell phone to no timeout. So it shouldn't be blacking out at all. And why would it black out? Like, I was using my cell phone for quite a while before I put it down on the scanner bed to photocopy. So why would it suddenly black out the moment I put it down on the scanner bed? It gets even more bizarre. When I took the cell off the scanner bed, I saw right in front of me the brightness bar, and this happens to me all the time now, all the time. I've seen other things happen right in front of me too. It's like somebody has a hold of the cell phone, and it's like somebody else is right beside me, just using my cell phone while I'm using it. That's what it feels very much like. Um, so when I took the cell off the scanner bed, I saw the brightness ball moving up on its own. So it was the brightness ball on the brightness line was just, it started to move up on its own, and the screen started to brighten, like to that. The screen started to brighten. So it's like, again, it's like a teasing, or it's done in jest, or it's it's some kind of a joke, because as soon as it's like this when I take it off the scanner bed, but then as soon as I pick it up, it starts getting bright again. So it's like, ha ha, as soon as you put it down the scanner bed, it's going to go black. And then as soon as you pick it up, the brightness, it gets bright again. So this is what it turned the brightness moving on its own. This is what happened again. It lit up again. And you can see, I also want to point out here, you can see that the ink is moving from expired or running out to not really running out. So why it shouldn't be going from here to here? It should be going from here to here, because here, this is a more this is where you see that it looks like the ink is really about to run out, because there's a lot of that color that in there. But then here it actually gets better, not worse. This photocopy was after that one, so here it actually gets better. Now in this one, I'm just reading this time. Oh, by the way, this is that's penis. That's my text to my sister. I don't even call her my sister anymore. They've completely abandoned me, and they refuse to acknowledge things like my ears gyrating all of a sudden when I turn 50, my head thrusting. It feels like banging. And they refused to acknowledge all the bizarre things that were happening to my body as soon as I turned 50. And they have completely abandoned me. I tried to tell them, and now they've completely abandoned me. So when I say sister, I just want you to know I mean former sister. I haven't talked to them for years. They have never once called me to ask me how I'm doing. We're thinking about you. How is the world treating you? Um, you know, we just want you to know, even though, we know it, even though we don't talk to you, we haven't talked to you for 2 years, we just want you to know we're thinking about you. We care. Nothing, absolutely nothing, not even during COVID-19. So, this time the screen photocopied, but then I realized the Bell text and Pina's text were merged. So this is when I realized that they were merged, like I showed you in this one. There's the Bell text, and that's my text to my sister. You're gyrating, head moving up and down, bobbing up and down. That's merged into the Bell text. Okay, now, so what starts happening is, for example, the printer starts eating the paper. So it's all of a sudden it's choking. It can't pull the paper. It can't pull the paper. And I'll get to this at the end very soon. But the printer is, I had to give up on the printer, and I'm afraid now, and I can't afford it at all, that I might need a new printer because it can't seem to pull the paper anymore. So funny. Just after the Bell incident, when I started documentary, all of a sudden now the printer can't pull the paper anymore properly. Can't roll up the paper properly. So this is what started happening, things like this. You can see how eaten up that is, okay? That's the text that you just saw. There's the Bell text with somehow my text being emerged into it. Now I managed to save this. Okay, you can see the whole paper there. And then also I want to show you something else. This is happening. So I'm wasting a lot of paper and ink here. Okay, I'm using up a lot of paper and ink, not to mention time. There's another example. You can see how eaten up that is, right? Lights action. I don't know. I don't know what that means. And then I was getting a lot of this, like a savage ripping, like someone's angry or something. And then over here, this is it's the alignment pages again. Like I was getting all kinds of messaging which are in these videos. Everything I say is corroborated. Everything I say is supported by evidence, empirical evidence, factual evidence. It's all corroborated. So I don't say anything without being able to support it. Only what's by instinct, which is very important. So a lot of alignment pages, which is very strange because the printer should only be printing out alignment pages when you install a cartridge. That's really when it should only, and I got all these, it has to, first there are all these messages, and then it was canceling, which is in those videos. I have that, I show that in those videos. Excuse me. Then it had to print out alignments. It had to do tests, another test, another test, another test, delaying, wasting my time even further. And I was getting more of this, of course, right? More of these, which again is more waste of paper and ink. And I think that pretty much sums it up. So these are the problems when I say blackout, when I say things stop working. It's not a coincidence. Once again, and I've been through this many times. This has been going on for years, and like I said, my former sisters have completely abandoned me. So if you don't have any kind of support network, right, you're more likely to be abused, right? So now the printer. I want to go back to the printer. This printer, I had so much trouble with this. The paper I was wasting so much. It was being eaten up. The paper was being eaten up. I kept going, opening it up. I did diagnostics inside. I went right inside. I lifted up the panel, the paper panel inside. I can actually show you that panel there. I opened that up right there. I opened that up, lifted it up, checked in there. I checked at the back. I had to go through all the, I went through all the alignment, the testing, alignment/alignment. um, pages, and then oh yeah, and then it canceled a few times, and so and right now because it's eating up so much paper, I haven't used my printer in days, and I'm afraid I might need another one. So again, spending more money on something that nobody's going to see because I believe there's a firewall. I'm having a lot of trouble with YouTube now too. I'm going to dedicate a video of that. But right now, my videos are not being processed. Um, YouTube is not processing my videos. Like they'll show up, they upload. They take a long time to upload. They upload, and then um, it shows a gray box instead of seeing like the thumbnail with the image, like with an image, a still from the video. It will just be a gray box and it'll show video not still being processed. So I've never seen that before. I don't know what that means. It just, to me, it just means serious technical interception.